What's going on, guys? Arnoux here, and today we are talking about the new Pokemon game that was announced earlier this week called Pokémon Legends Arceus, or Arceus, however you pronounce it. For those of you who don't already know, this game is Pokemon's first ever open world adventure game, which has got me pretty hyped for the future of the Pokemon franchise. Also, this game is set in the Sinnoh region way before the events of Diamond and Pearl. Now guys, while this game does look very promising, it also feels pretty bare bones, which I am a little worried about. Granted, this game is still in early development and we also didn't get to see the heads-up display for the game yet. Nonetheless, I'm just a little concerned that the game isn't going to be fleshed out enough upon release. But that's not what we're here to talk about today. Today, we are discussing the starter Pokemon for the game, Rowlett, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott, aka Decidueye, Typhlosion, and Samurott. Now, with the exception of Decidueye, Typhlosion and Samurott are actually pretty decent choices to pick from. Honestly, I'm not really sure which one I'm going to end up choosing when I get my hands on the game, but right now I think I'm leaning towards Samurott. But this got me thinking, were these three really the best starter options we could have gotten from all of the starter Pokemon? I mean, seriously, Charizard's not even an option. Wait, before you click off the video, I'm only joking. But seriously, just imagine the possible combination of starters we could have had. What would be really cool is if every time you start a new save file, the starter Pokemon are always randomized, which would have helped keep the game from feeling like the same old. But since I know that's probably not going to happen, I wonder what the best starter trio for this game could have been. Here I have a tier list of my favorite Pokemon starters based on type from top to bottom. On the left, we have Charizard as my favorite fire-type starter, and Emboar as my least favorite. In the middle, my favorite water-type starter is Greninja, and on the right, Serperior currently sits as my number one grass-type starter. With that being said, obviously Charizard, Greninja, and Serperior would be my ideal starter trio of all time. However, I have a couple of rules for this list. Rule number 1, the starter choices have to be worthwhile. I mean, it should be pretty obvious that picking a starter Pokemon is supposed to be a difficult choice, so when one starter is obviously better than the other options, or alternatively, if one starter sucks compared to the others, it kind of ruins what makes starter Pokemon so important. And seeing as how Decidueye is my second least favorite grass-type starter, he's obviously the reason why I made this video. Rule number 2, no Sinnoh starters allowed. If we take a look at the Pokemon Legends website, it reads, "These three Pokemon arrived with a Pokemon professor, who encountered them on research excursions to various regions. Sadly, this means that Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon are all disqualified from the running." Rule number 3, I'm not allowing any Pokemon that I think have spent too much time in the spotlight. With that being said, I'm also disqualifying the Kanto starters since Game Freak gives Kanto way too much attention. Meaning you guys don't have to worry about Charizard making the list. Greninja can go too for obvious reasons. Now many of you may have noticed earlier that our current starters, Decidueye, Typhlosion, and Samurott, each come from a different region. Decidueye from the Alola region, Typhlosion is from Johto, and lastly Samurott from the Unova region. This leads me to the final rule, which is no more than one starter from each region. Now that we've gotten all the rules out of the way, it's time to decide what the starter trio should have been for Pokemon Legends. Oh look, we already have our first contestant. Serperior is without a doubt my favorite grass-type starter alongside Torterra. But since Torterra is a Sinnoh starter, that means Serperior is the Pokemon I would have loved to see as a starter for this game. I'm a big fan of serpentine-looking Pokemon, and Serperior is no exception. This means that we can now remove all the other grass-type starters from the running. Also, according to the rule that there can be no more than one starter from each region, this means that the other Unova starters are now ineligible for selection. As you can see, Swampert is now my top contestant for the water-type starter, and before you guys ask, yes, I do indeed like Mudkip. Also, Water Ground is an awesome type combination in my opinion. And with that, it is time to eliminate the other water-type starters as well as Blaziken, since Swampert and Blaziken are both from the Hoenn region. Now that just leaves Typhlosion as the best fire-type starter for Pokemon Legends, which just so happens to be the same starter the developers chose, so round of applause to the developers. Now if only they could fix Typhlosion's 3D model to be the same as his 2D model, that'd be great. Well, there you have it, guys. My ideal starter lineup for Pokemon Legends is Typhlosion, Swampert, and Serperior. I feel this trio is worthwhile and makes picking a starter an actually difficult decision. Well, there you have it, guys. That was my preferred starter trio for the new Pokemon Legends game. If you liked it, great. If you thought it was garbage, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below what your preferred starter trio would have been. Lastly, if any of my favorite PokeTubers somehow end up watching this video, I challenge you to go ahead and make a similar video regarding your preferred starter trio for this game. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time.